Has anything surprised you about the operations over the course of the last 5 or 6 days?
One thing, we knew that we were going to be good. We told everybody that we know how to do it alone. Everybody was, skeptical and things like that. But the fact that the Israeli Air Force dominate completely above the air sky, above Iran, in 36, 48 hours, that we took down all the air defense that the Iranians have, this is shocking, in a way. This is amazing.
Why does that surprise you? Was air dominance not part of the plan for Israel?
It is, and that's a reason that we established it in the first, let's say, 48 hours. But then again, we thought that it would be much harder. And, because I don't want to brag or to do things like that, I mean, it was much more fast than we anticipated.
I guess the question is, how does this end, and could it continue?
I think we are right now on the verge that in the next few days, whether it's 2 days or 3 days or a week, but days, we can call to a ceasefire. We will need, of course, the international community, and when I say the international community, it's basically the Americans in this case, and no doubt that we'll need the support of the E3, meaning the Europeans, that will come with a good solution agreement better than it used to be in the JCPOA. I think the circumstances are right now ready. This is a defining moment, and I hope that people understand that to seize the moment from my leadership over here in the States of Israel, but with the help of as I said, with friends in the West.
I just want to ask you about a key factor, missiles versus interceptors. Talk us through Iran's capabilities. What do we know about what they have and how long they can sustain this if this carries on?
My working assumption that the Iranian will sustain with their capabilities. I'm not right now measuring whether they will launch tonight or in 5 minutes from now, 20, 50, or 100. We need to get it over. We need to get it over. I mean, the Iranians are threatening our security for so long time. They thought that they are immune. They thought that they will use the proxies like the Hamas and Hezbollah, and they are. By the way, the Iranians are in shock right now, because since 1988, when they finished the war with Iraq after 8 years, no Iranian felt what we are feeling over here in Israel in the last 20 decades. Meaning, in the last 2 decades, sorry. Meaning that Hezbollah used to launch missiles all over the states of Israel, Hamas, Qassam missiles. The resistance of the Israelis, sadly, we know how to deal with this issue.
Let's talk about the intelligence disparity, because for the last couple of decades, Benjamin Netanyahu has said Iran is just a few months away, just a few weeks away from building the bomb. And yet, even when you were director of intelligence at Mossad, the advice was Iran is not necessarily ready for a bomb, and that bought the world another 15 years. And yet, that is something that Benjamin Netanyahu has continued to focus on. And there is a disparity with the Americans. The Americans, Tulsi Gabbard just a couple of months ago said they're not close to building a bomb. Why is there this disparity?
We'll come to the point that I will give you an interview and we'll speak about exactly this issue. And again, I choose right now not to focus about this issue because I think it's not relevant. We're already in the game right now. We're already right now above Iran and Tehran. So it's like, in a way, it's post-mortem. It's a fair question, it's a tough question, it's a good one, it's a very professional. What would be the point of view between, I don't know, the international community, or American international, the intelligence community, or the Israeli intelligence community, or the British, or the French, or the Germans. This is the main countries that are dealing with these issues. But over here, I think it's more accurate to emphasize the strategic situation that we are in. And it's not related whether the Iranian right now were in the final stage to plug right now 2, I don't know, wires, and they will have a bomb or not. It's more correct to look about the strategic development that happened from October 7, the fact that we felt that we are completely surrounded by bad guys right now that want to eliminate us, that Iranian is conducting everything. And we said enough is enough. And we came to the point that the nuclear issue is part of the surface-to-surface, the ballistic missiles, the Qassam missiles, the fact that they're coming with hundreds and thousands of people trying to penetrate to our kibbutzim, moshavim, and our cities and killing and raping like civilians. We said enough is enough. So the nuclear issue came to the point. If the nuclear issue was a standalone, as you ask me, that's a fair question. But I suggest to look about the whole picture and how we came to this issue right now.
Do you think that it could further escalate if the Americans enter this conflict?
I will take your question, but I will take the word escalate down. With American, no one escalate. When the Americans are in the game, the Americans have capability that no other country in the world have. The Americans have the ability to take Fordow in a couple of hours. The Americans have the ability to take all the regime in a couple of hours. The leader, the Iranian leader right now is in a crossroad and a very tough decision. The existence of the regime, if it will jeopardize the Americans, no doubt, but if it will continue with us as well, or to give up his inspiration right now to build a military nuclear bomb. I think it's an easy decision.
When you say everything is on the table, I mean, what do you mean? Why are Iranian civilians, for example, being told by Donald Trump to evacuate their homes?
Because we are flying right now above Tehran easily, we can do, and the Americans can do whatever we want right now above Tehran. So I think as a leader of the free world, he said to them something very responsible. Guys, if you're not going to stop it, there will be consequences.
And when Donald Trump says to the Supreme Leader, we know exactly where you are, but we're not going to do anything to you yet, what is your reaction to that?
I think to emphasize the word yet. I'm taking from this sentence the word yet. And then, by the way, it's exactly as the answer that I gave you a minute ago. For the time being, it's not. Till the moment that we'll decide to change it because the Iranians are not going to get the message from the Americans or from us. Enough is enough.
And is this an opportunity, if the Iranians come back to the negotiating table, to have some kind of ceasefire deal and come to some kind of negotiation with the Palestinians as well?
I won't connect the two parts together because the Iranian and the Palestinians are two different issues. It's apple and oranges. And by the way, the Iranians right now are not in a negotiation issue. If the Americans, as the president says yesterday, he is not coming to negotiate with the Iranians right now. The Iranians have to sign, we are not building a bomb, and this is it.
And the Palestinian issue?
And the Palestinian, I think that we have a beautiful, really, really good chance right now, and this is something that I hope that my government will do, to wrap it up also in Gaza, and to close the war in Gaza, and to try to bring some more humanitarian aid and things like that to the people over there. Only one condition. Our hostages have to be back today, now. Without that, nothing will happen in Gaza.